and thanks for tuning in last week to our first episode of Press On. So much has changed in the last 7 days, and I know many of you are facing shelter-in-place orders like we are in California. We wanted to continue the conversation from last week and talk to shops about how they are coping with the hardships brought on by these new restrictions. We'll also talk about the government stimulus, SBA relief, as well as some encouragement to get you through until the next time we see you.
We went from 19 employees to 4 employees remaining in the shop, not so much because of a shelter in place. In Rhode Island, print shops are considered to be an essential business at this time, but more so because of the dramatic drop in orders, in cancellations, and the likelihood that cancellations would continue due to events being canceled. And also to maintain the safety of our 4 remaining employees, they can work in the shop while maintaining a suitable distance to keep them safe.
Code Sportswear hasn't had to shut down its operations completely, but we certainly have for the most part. We're running with a skeleton crew, having had to furlough 80% of our employees, which is obviously a difficult decision.
We found out that we had to close our shop. In the state of Ohio, where we're based out of, we are considered a non-essential business. This is the first time I've ever had to deal with anything like this. This is the first time I ever saw work essentially just shut off. So we're kind of all figuring this out a day at a time to see what the next step is and what things are going to look like after all this.
So far, we haven't been completely shut down here yet. We have had to change how we do things, not only to fit what our state has mandated, but also just for the safety of ourselves and our workers. So currently, which is very odd, we're only working one person actually physically at the shop here at a time. And that's been odd because I've come here every day for years now. But it at least keeps the employees coming in and gives them, we're rotating one person at a time, and it at least gives each of them some hours at least while we still have orders. And
so after watching the virus progress, we took the initiative to close our offices and work from home. The following day, we had to lay off our entire production staff. Over the weekend, we had, a few days to digest the information and try to come up with a game plan. We figured it would be safe to bring a couple people back and try to get the jobs off the floor that we had out there. But as of right now, we're completely shut down.
Somebody who hasn't had to do it yet, but will be facing that soon, is just going to remind yourself that you're doing it for their long-term job security. If you're spending all your cash and not receiving orders to justify the payroll, then you're not going to be able to weather the storm. It was hard, but important.
So I would say, just try to cut spending where it makes sense. Try to stretch your dollars and but do it without dropping off the map if you can, because there's a lot of people taking in content right now. So if you do have money, I think invest it in marketing if you can. Overall, I'd say the experience has been horrible. It's tough, man. I've been doing this since I was a kid, really. Became involved with this business right out of high school. We have around 20 to 25 employees, and a lot of them have been with us for a long time. So it's, we're family. And so having to make the decision to do this, it's really just forced on us. It's for their safety, for my family's safety, and it is what it is. So we'll, just push through and try to figure stuff out.
No, I'm not overly thrilled with it. I'm probably not interested in any kind of SBA loans. Despite some of the better offerings right now, it's probably not a time that I want to look into that or double down on those kind of things right now.
I think that any stimulus and SBA relief that's out there that can help people, I think it's great. I think that everyone should take advantage of it.
The one that interests me the most is the payroll protection plan. That plan allows us to bring back essentially all of our employees, pay for those employees for 2 months via a loan, and also pay for some additional things such as mortgage or rent or utilities. And that's a completely forgivable loan if you meet certain criteria. So I think that's the most interesting thing because it brings everybody back to work. It takes people off unemployment. And even if you don't have the work at the time, we can keep them busy doing some other things like cleaning the place and reorganizing the building and doing some things that are helpful around the community as well.
I've spoken to many people and read many articles by people much smarter than me who think payroll protection relief is a wonderful program for small businesses. Being able to call back our employees, basically financed while we're not really receiving orders, is great for the employee, where they can not have to worry about where their next paycheck is coming from. And it's great for us. We can catch up on the projects that we haven't had a chance to.
We're definitely going to take advantage of it if we can. We all rely on our paychecks to survive, and our team, their family. And so we're going to do whatever we can to get that money. And I think everyone else in our situation should do the same thing. That's what it's there for.
We've spent a lot of time cleaning and reorganizing the building in a manner that once we do have people back to work, the flow will be better and we should be able to run more efficiently. So these are some of the things that we've talked about doing for a long time, but haven't been able to do it because of just the busyness of work, which is a good problem, but sometimes it's nice to get some of these other things done as well.
Definitely going to focus on marketing, putting together some collateral, samples and things like that we just could never find the time to do. We're next week plan on focusing on our website. We started a new one about a year ago and just could never find the time to wrap it up, and so we plan on diving into that. I want to focus on training programs for every department that we have, and really get that dialed in so it makes it more seamless bringing in new employees. I want to wrap up our safety program. So there's a lot of things that we need to do, and we may have shut down production, but there's a lot of work to be done, and we're going to do it.
Positives that I find from this situation is that people are connecting on a level that you don't typically connect, whether it be vendors or customers or coworkers or employees or management. You're reaching out to each other on a personal level because we're all experiencing this crisis together.
So everyone's been super awesome with helping out. I've had a lot of people reach out to me offering to take some of the work that we might be scrambling to figure out what to do with now. So that's been really amazing. I've had other friends that are in the industry that are looking to branch out now and they need a website, or they want to start creating more social media content. So I've had a bunch of conversations like that of people just looking for guidance and help and advice. So that's been really awesome.
The thing that I've enjoyed most is just being home with my family, spending time with the kids, and we all have our schedule set in place, and so my wife and I juggle them, and we're doing the homeschool thing, and that's been good.
And then I think the other thing that I've realized throughout all of this is to not forget about those personal relationships and those one-on-ones. And now that we don't have that, I think I'm seeing more than ever the value of it, and just how much being able to talk to someone face to face and shake their hand or give them a hug, or just look them eye to eye, how much value there is in that, and having those actual human connections. And so we'll continue for a while with our social distancing and to continue to not do those things, because certainly that's what's best right now. But I think it was a good reminder to not forget that those little things and that personal contact it means something, and it's very valuable.
We hope these testimonies bring you some relief in knowing that you are not alone. Let us know what questions you have for us, and we'll try to cover some of those in the next video. Remember, we're in this together. See you next time.